Yeah, that's absolutely right, Dave and Kelsey. You know, the best way to describe this is like an amateur version of To Catch a Predator. We remember that show. Well, this is a modernized social media version of that. And that's what one man is doing right here in Western New York, which he says is all for the sole purpose of protecting local children.
As a child, when I was 9 years old, I was a victim. And I guess that kind of drove me to do, what I do today.
That's what Nicky Sal says motivates him every day to log on social media in the hopes of catching online predators who target children in Western New York.
What we do is, we have decoy accounts and we kind of just have them there, and we never send the first message. And 9 times out of 10, once that first message is sent, it goes downhill very quick, especially once we age drop and they know how old, the minor is.
That was the case for one of Nicky's most recent videos that's garnered close to 500,000 views and counting on Facebook, where he confronts an elderly man at the Walden Galleria who he says was there to meet up with a 15-year-old boy.
He was saying all kinds of nasty stuff. He wanted to pee on the young boy. He wanted to take him in the bathroom once they got to the mall after lunch. He was saying very foul, disgusting things, but he was ready to hook up with the young boy in the bathroom.
After Nicky confronted the man and questioned him over why he was there, the police were called and he was detained. And when it comes to investigating these types of cases, there's several factors that come into play that can make things a little bit tricky.
What we're bound by is the rule of law, and we have to build what's called probable cause in order to make an arrest. It gets even more complicated when we start talking about jurisdiction. Just because someone's arrived here in the town and that has been the meeting place does not mean that that's where the actual crime has occurred.
So far, no charges have been filed, but Cheektowaga Police are investigating something Nicky says is more than he can say for other police departments.
This police department acted fastly, got on scene quick, took our evidence. We've been in touch with the detectives. That is what we like.
But that's just one part of what can turn into a lengthy investigation that former Erie County District Attorney John Flynn says is far from uncommon.
These groups and these type of cases came across my desk on a regular basis when I was DA.
And all too often in cases like this, Flynn says evidence tends to get tampered with, affecting the ability to prosecute.
A lot of times they mess up evidence that can be used later on in an investigation. And quite frankly, this could all be solved pretty easily.
By bringing in police before the confrontation, Flynn says there's less of a chance that they could have
clean their phone, clean their computer. And we in law enforcement, we need search warrants now to get on the phone, to get on the computer that they've been, talking back and forth on, all right? If it's wiped clean, we're done.
Now, once again, there have been no charges filed at this time in this case as Cheektowaga Police continue their own investigation. Now, that could include gathering evidence and obtaining warrants, a process that takes some time. So there's a strong enough case to be prosecuted. Reporting live here in studio, Rob Petrie, News 4.